I smashed through 3 horror films this weekend: Street Prom Queen, The Ugly Stepsister, and You Won't Be Alone. Let me tell you what I think of them. One of these is a solid gold 5-star. First up was Street Prom Queen, the long-awaited 4th installment of this film series on Netflix. Inspired by the R.L. Stine books, this involves a mass killer stalking all the nominees for prom queen at Shadyside High School, and the rivalries that are emerging between the girls and the fights that they're having while they're trying to escape. At best, it was fine. At worst, it was disappointing. There could have been so much more done with this story, but it was a passable slasher film. It had some very good moments of gore, some real shock factor deaths in there, but the overall storyline felt a little bit overplayed. If I was going to make a book comparison, it was like a Riley Sager book when I wanted a Grady Hendrix. Next up was Ugly Stepsister, a dark retelling of the Cinderella story told from the perspective of one of the ugly stepsisters. We follow the story of Cinderella's stepsister Elvira as she pursues every means possible to achieve beauty in order to win the prince's heart. This is full-on body horror. You need a strong stomach to be able to get through it. There are scenes in here that will be forever printed into my memory. Overall, though, it is a very good film. It is incredibly graphic in some of the things that Elvira has to endure to achieve beauty. The nose job that you can see here, it gets worse with eyelashes, with things that she ingests in order to be beautiful. It harks back to the Brothers Grimm version of the tale and then some. I did have to sit for a while after this film going, why? If you have a strong stomach and you love a dark fairy tale, The Ugly Stepsister should be on your list. Next up was You Won't Be Alone, a Macedonian folk horror tale of witchcraft. This film will not be to everyone's taste, but I loved it. It is one of the best folk horror films I've seen, and it is up there with one of the most beautiful films I have seen in a very long time. It's the story of a young mute woman who is essentially taken in and trained by a shape-shifting witch. The girl was hidden away her whole life by her mother, is completely naive about the world, and she is abandoned by the witch because she is not doing what the witch wants, and she then has to wander through the world, learning how to use her powers, but also understand the world, how it works. This is a slow burn film that looks stunning. It is packed with atmosphere. It has incredibly poetic language because we hear the mute girl's internal monologue and her thoughts. It's not an overly scary film. It is emotional, it is brutal, and it is bloody in parts. It is all about what it is to be a human being. This wonderful mechanism in the film of having this girl shapeshift into different people. She is a woman at one point, she is a man, she is a child. How society treats people, what you are expected to do. It has moments of great drama, great tension, great storytelling. If you are a folk horror fan, please put this on your list. Have you seen any of these films? What did you think? And let me know what you've been watching this month.